Can you turn on your camera or
Yeah, I can turn my camera.
that? Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
what's good?
How you
Not
doing?
much. What's good? I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good. All right. I got hella questions, so yeah.
All right, bad.
Bet. So first up, how long have you been making music?
On like a serious note, like recording wise and shit,
Mhm.
been making music for about 3.5, 4 years.
Oh shit. What made you decide to pursue music seriously?
Uh, I think I was a junior in high school and I dropped out. So after I dropped out, I was really just like, what am I gonna do? Because I was at that age where like I knew I wasn't going to college or nothing like that. So I was like, I got to figure out what I want to do, and I don't want to live like no life where I got to clock in and work and shit. So I just asked like every time I asked my parents for, like a mic and a laptop and shit. And then that's when I started out, and then I started taking it like real serious about like 2 years ago after I quit my last job. And like at that time, I already had like bills to pay and shit. So I was sitting back like, this is like either I'm gonna just risk it all and do music, or I'm just gonna get another job. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do music.
So how old are you now?
I'm 21. I turned 22 May 14th.
So what was the first song you made, and how do you feel about that song now?
First song I made, it was trash. I didn't know really how to mix back then, so everything was just awful. But yeah, and plus like my whole style was different because I really didn't. I knew how to rap, but I didn't really know how to record myself and rap good. So I'm kind of glad that I improved a lot and I actually found my sound and got comfortable.
That's good. So do you feel like your style has changed since then?
Oh yeah, I feel like it's changed tremendously. Like if people listen to music from like every year, my sound really changes, and it never really factors in what people are doing. It's just like as a person, like I go through different emotions and whatnot. So I might want to sound a certain way or say stuff a certain way. So
Right.
it's just like normally I just go through the motions and however I feel is the music I put out.
Right. So back in the day, what was the recording process like? And how does that process differ from the process that you have today?
Recording process back in the day, I mean, I really didn't have much to work with. I just had like a little mic,
Right.
not even really a pop filter at the moment, just really like a mic and a laptop, and that was it. And I would just like put it on the side of my bed, and I would one take. I would never like take a break. So from the moment I click record on a song, a lot of my songs are really just one take all the way through. Like
So
I
you don't
just
punch in like at all?
I punch in now finally
Oh,
because
I was about to say.
I finally did it. I started punching it probably like last year because I was like I got to do it more efficient way. Because I'm like a lot of my
Whoa.
old songs, I just one took. So even if I did like fuck up, I kept on going regardless. So
Damn.
like
So like if
like
you
a lot of
fucked
my
up,
big
would you
songs.
like go back and like erase the part that you fucked up on, or would you just like do a whole nother take?
Nah, I would honestly keep the take. If I fucked up, I would really just like I would just like improvise and try to make it seem like that was supposed to happen. Cause like I was just like I would one take the vocals, one take the ad libs, do another layer of ad libs. Really just one take everything. Like
Oh,
just
so you
smash
be
it all.
freestyling?
Yeah, I freestyle. I never write no music.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, a lot of
Whoa.
people be thinking I write, but I feel like writing messes up my creative process. Cause like if I'm thinking of what I'm going to say, then I'm going to think of some other shit. So I just feel like if it's not just coming out literal, then like it's not real. Like
Bro, that's literally cause your lyrics are like top tier, bro.
yeah, I really just be saying shit like how I feel. Like honestly, that's why it takes me no time. Like it takes me like 10 minutes to like record and mix a song because I just say it. I just keep it going.
Wow, that's awesome. That's amazing. Oh my god. So like coming up with lyrics and like new ideas and shit, do you like how do you do that? Like do you look at something and just have an idea to say it? Do you like write down bars or think of bars like earlier in the day or some shit? Like that's
But yeah, no, I have like a weird process because I don't listen to music. Like, I do listen to music, but let me re-explain it. I don't listen to rap. Like
Right.
underground artists and mainstream, I don't listen to either. I
Right.
don't do that because like I have like a strict regimen that if I like start listening to people, then I'm gonna start accidentally like saying shit like they do, sound like they do.
Oh.
So like I listen to like '90s and '80s music a lot, and like classics.
Hmm.
So really like I'll go days without recording, and I won't even think about it because I feel like if I think about it too hard, it'll fuck up like my creative thoughts. So sometimes like a lot of my songs just come out of me just doing nothing, and then I'll literally just sit down at the laptop and I'll just play something and just boom. Or sometimes like I might be feeling a certain way, and I'm just like I'm gonna just record how I feel, and then I just record how I feel sometimes.
Dang. That's amazing. That's really a gift. So do you have a team?
A team so far, I mean, I just signed yesterday to House of Hits Distribution.
Hey.
One of the most notable artists on there that was on there was Destroy Lonely. He
That's
just
so
signed
far.
he just signed the Cardi's label. So right now, like I just got a team like as of like yesterday, but like I've never had a team like never had like no support. I've been doing everything myself.
Damn. So are you excited about being signed?
I'm excited, but I'm not going to let up. A lot of people get excited because they accomplish stuff and stop doing what they're supposed to do. But I'm not going to take that as a reason for me to let up.
So was getting signed like one of your big goals? Has that always been a big goal, or were you just like not really tripping off it?
I mean, it's always, I ain't gonna lie, it's always been a goal because as an artist, you know, you always want to succeed and be like the biggest that you can be. So of course, but it's not like so much as like just getting a deal for the money. It's the
Right.
opportunities because like I know that I can't be rapping forever, so I like to use opportunities like this to get my foot in the door to other avenues. So when I do give up rapping, I can do more and like be able to
Yeah.
provide.
Smart as hell. So, as of right now, since you just got signed, like, do you have what are your plans? Like, what's coming?
Plans right now, they still I had like this little viral song or whatever that I hate.
Right, wocky slush.
Right. Yeah, I had a phone call, I had to decline it.
You
But
straight.
I had like this little viral song called "Wocky Slush" or whatever. Um, they're gonna push that, and then I have a whole project coming out after that. So
Hey.
that's that's what like the big plan is like. They mention me real heavy and they see my vision. So what they doing is they're basically like I already have numbers running rapid right now.
Right.
So what they're going to do is just help me put some money into that, and then after that shit just drop a big ass project and then go up from there. And then probably by then like labels would be trying to fuck with me to give me a way bigger bag. So they're
So are
gonna help me
you
out with that too.
right? So are you already working on the project? Like, do you have any ideas about how it's supposed to sound?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I've been working on this project for a couple months. Just making like a lot of songs really. So like some gonna make it, some might not. But I gotta
Right.
have like a lot to choose from. I'm
Right.
not just satisfied in just making something and just saying yeah, that's it.
I feel you. So back to the wocky slush situation. How does it feel like having a song go that viral?
It was kind of weird because I made that song out of like me just being bored. Like I was on TikTok, and like one of the producer who made the beat, he posted it on TikTok, and like it only had like 5 likes. And I just like heard it, and like it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I just like rolled over and just like recorded it. And then like I didn't care about it, so after I recorded it, I just like put it on like the streaming platforms. But I didn't tell nobody. Like I didn't post nothing about it. I didn't advertise it. So like I just like let it be. And then like 2 weeks later, like because normally I go on TikTok and I just like look up myself and see like if like my numbers are moving like on videos.
Right.
And I saw like one day I had like 50, 200, 500. Then it started going up like thousands, 20, 30,000. And then at that time I was like, oh shit. And then but like nobody knew who made the song, of course, because I never said nothing about it. So then I had to like let people know like yeah, that is my song. And then from there on like a lot of shit started happening.
Damn. So do you like the attention it's brought to you so far?
I do a little bit because I like some people like that don't know who I am. think that's who I am.
Right.
So a lot of people be like, make more songs like Wocky Slush, and I'm like, that's not my
Yeah.
memo, like that's not my overall sound. But overall though, it's done me a lot of positive, like a lot of opportunities, and it let me see like a lot of things too, like personally, like about people. So it's a
Right.
great thing.
So I know like you've brought in more fans from that. How has it been like interacting with the new fans and stuff?
It's actually been great because I'm not a type of person who like tries to act Hollywood. Like I actually like talk to like a lot of people. So
Right.
like a lot of them don't think I'll reach out, but like I like communicating with people. I mean, the fans are like they're not just fans.
Right.
They mean a lot more because without them, you wouldn't have a career. So I feel like I at least owe them to communicate to them. Like that's the most I can do.
Right. So how'd you come up with your name, and what does it mean?
Or Texaco, it's funny. Some people situate it with Texas, which it has no correlation.
Right.
Like back in high school and whatnot, like I used to sell weed a lot. So that's like the nickname that they ended up giving me because Texaco is like a gas station.
Oh.
So so I had that. But I had like a number. I had like a number of nicknames people called me. But when it came down to like me rapping, it just that one made more sense than anything.
So before you started rapping seriously, or before you dropped out of school, were you like, did you rap before, but like not seriously? If that makes sense, like you get what I'm trying to say? Like, did people know
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wanted to make music?
yeah. Nah, like I've always been like surrounded in like that type of atmosphere growing up.
Right.
Like my brother used to record me for fun. And like anywhere like I moved, like I will always still be deep in the music, even though like sometimes I might not record it. So yeah, like I've always been like around it. Like shortly before like I dropped out and stuff, like I was like fucking around with some people and we would go to the like studio and like just like record for fun, but like never made nothing really serious. But yeah, like I've always been around it. So when I dropped out and shit, it was like that was the first thing I thought about.
Damn. So do the people in your school like fuck with your music?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really get no like I was the type of person at first. I didn't want nobody to know that I rap. And that's because
Oh.
like I was still trying to like practice.
Right.
So I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those people that was shy, so I didn't let nobody know nothing. And I didn't really even start getting no recognition until my senior year, but I had got kicked out because
Damn.
I got caught with weed, so they I got put on probation and they kicked me out of school. So I ended up making like one of my biggest songs, which is Fake Kicking. I made that right after I got kicked out. So when everything like kind of started, is when like I got kicked out of school. So people at school never really knew until like later on, and it was like, oh, you make music.
Damn. So speaking on high school, what was your high school experience like?
Mine, I mean, it was weird. I was always a new kid. One, like I moved around there with like three. I went to four different high schools in 4 years.
Damn.
So it wasn't bad to be the new kid for me because I was the popular new kid.
Right.
But being a new kid, you never get like settled. So like I
Right.
didn't give a fuck about grades. I didn't really give a fuck about shit like that. And I was one of those people like I kind of grew up real fast because I was like the baby boy in the family. So like as soon as I got into high school, the older siblings was gone. So now I had to like go through the teenage years by myself. So I was
Damn.
involved in a lot of dumb shit, like just doing the wrong things, fucking with the wrong females, especially. Like, so it was a chaotic 4 years, like real fast but real chaotic.
Damn.
So it was just real crazy.
So how does your family feel about your music?
At first, it was a little bit questionable because like I made a lot of sacrifices early on before like there's really any signs like I went to college for half a semester and I dropped out. So of course, but I was even telling my mom back then, like, I know what I'm gonna do. And then I quit my job 2 years ago and I'm telling them like I know what I'm gonna do. So like at first it wasn't no doubt, but it was like, okay, like I don't know. But now that they see like everything coming like full circle, like they fully support and they understand and everything.
Hmm. That's nice. So do you feel like music has changed you as a person And has it been for the
Yeah,
better or for the worse?
it's actually changed me for the better because I mean, like, I needed music because one, like, before music, I really had like no self control. I was like an angry person. Like I would fight anybody, I destroy anything that was in front of me. Like did a lot of self destruction over that. And music is kind of what helped because music will let me get everything out without having to do anything too harsh to anybody. I could
Yeah.
just get on the beat and just say whatever, and then like it's helped me like find who I am and like make me comfortable with myself because being an artist it has made me seclude myself from a lot of people. So I've got to spend a lot of time with myself to like get to know myself and how I am. So
Mm,
it's actually done a lot of positive.
that's good. So, do you do anything outside of music as of right now?
Nah, not right now. I'm fully 100% committed to the music. I ain't work a job in forever. I don't do shit but sleep, play the game all day, and just make music.
That's fun. Okay, so I remember a while ago, I can't remember, I think it was like 2020, it was early 2020. I was seeing you talk about signing artists. So, like, are you
Yeah,
still looking to do that? And have you been successful so far?
I'm a success. I mean, I ain't been successful. I mean, I've, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've helped bring up a couple of artists, a lot of artists actually. I don't like to never like say stuff like that or like try to promote it. I just let them do what they do. But like
Right.
behind the scenes, I really do help like a lot of artists. Like I put them on a lot of people. Like let them work with a lot of people. I still want to do that in the future because I feel like there are a lot of artists that do need chances nowadays.
Right.
And like I feel like a lot of artists they can succeed. It's just everybody's so eager to be at the top that sometimes when it comes down to their business, they do the wrong things. Like it's not wrong having a lot of money, but artists got to understand that you can't just use a shortcut. Like you can't use money as a shortcut to come up because
Yeah.
you sometimes you got to go through like the grind, but there ain't nothing wrong with it. So that's what I definitely want to do in the future.
So, if you were to sign an artist or more than one artist, what would be some requirements for those artists? Like, do you look for specific things in an artist? Like,
Yeah, one thing would definitely have to be something like with the ego. Like I feel like as an artist you can't be egotistical. You can't because you have to like being an artist is one of the hardest things to do, especially now in this generation because being an artist gets you in so many situations that you either want to be in or don't want to be in, like violence, a lot of shit like that. Like you never know.
hmm,
So like it's just like real tough, really. So like I feel like as an artist, you got to be humble. You can't be egotistical. You got to be dedicated. One, like you can't be one of them artists that just you can't be too exclusive if that makes sense. Because that type of stuff right there actually hurts a lot of artists. Like it'll be artists like kind of at the peak of their hype when they're underground, and they feel like they better than everybody, and then they start going ghost and stuff. They don't really post no music. They don't really post nothing. They try to make themselves, like a mystery. And like,
yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with it at first, but like I tell artists sometimes when they say like they taking a break, I know to tell them like as a music artist you can't afford to do that because the fans that you got now you need to punctuate on because you take that break for about 2-3 weeks or 2 months, all them fans transition to somebody else. So now you got to start back from square one, and it might not even work the way it worked before.
Damn.
And
Whoa.
I've seen a couple of artists do that, and I like tried to like persuade them like you don't, and then they did it, and now they all the way back to where it was, like all the way back.
Oh, fuck. Oh, what made you want to start signing artists? Like, why did you want to do that?
Because really, like in this underground scene in this circle specifically, a lot of people don't give people chances because they're selfish. And
Right.
I told people this the other day. I was like, if anything, you should be helping one another because like this ain't like the NBA or NFL where you could lose your job, or like there's a specific budget, so you can't spend this much or earn this much.
Right.
With music, the money is never ending because A, you get paid from people just listening to you. That money will never run out.
Right.
As long as people listen, that will never run out. So I'm like, I don't understand why artists act so selfish when there's money literally for everybody. Like, it's money for
It's just
everybody
the
because the
clout,
way that
the
the money
attention.
comes in. Exactly. And like I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of these artists in the little circle, some of them came up nobodies. And when I say nobodies, like I'm speaking on like a personal. So like I feel like I'm very like I feel like I'm very in tune with real life. I've actually experienced real life. A lot of these artists were like kind of like the kids that didn't have friends, didn't do much. So then when they get on this computer and they start getting this attention, start getting these views, these followers, and they got these people, commenting stuff and deeming them like, I thought what you said. Like some people can't handle it. Some people don't know how to take that mentally. Some people
Right.
like look at that and like just swear that they're everything and above. And I always try to like bring people back down to reality. Like I know who I am, and I know who people look at me as. But right now, if I go to the mall or go to Walmart, I ain't gonna have 30 or 100 people following me. Ain't nobody gonna stop and ask me who I am. So like, I try to get other artists to recognize that, like, can't be so you can't be so full of yourself like that.
Right. Like this is the internet, bro. Come on.
Exactly. Like some people can't function on the internet. Some people get some attention and it's over. Like they think that they made it. Like swear. I've seen so many people switch up because the amount of followers that they got. Like they'll get a little bit of followers and then they start getting 1,000 likes on a song and now you don't hear from these niggas no more.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Swear.
Damn. So, if you weren't doing music right now, what would you be doing?
That I wouldn't be working. I would be doing everything to not work. And that's good. That's good and bad. Because before I was doing music, I wasn't doing anything good. Like I did a lot of illegal shit. Did like a lot of hurt to people, fought a lot, stole. Well, not. I don't steal actually. I take that back. I have a principle. I never believe in stealing. I feel like that's lazy. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll fight people. I did like a lot of illegal shit. So really, honestly, music was the best thing that could happen. Because if I didn't do music, I'd probably be locked up right now.
Damn. Well, on a more positive note, as far as networking, you seem like you're pretty good at it. So, what's your networking process like? Like, what do you do to network?
Honestly, I just let my music speak. Like I tell artists that all the time. Like they say, how did you come up? And like I just tell them like the most basic way I can tell, like make good music. Because at the end of the day, you can like build connections with people, but as an artist, if your music isn't what the people want, then you're not going to go that far with them connections. That's why I try to tell like a lot of people, you have to my fault. I had another call. I had to decline.
You
But
straight.
I try to tell people like it all starts with the music. That's number one. You build these connections by making good music, and I told people like this didn't happen quick. I've been posting music on SoundCloud since like late 2016, early 2017, and like it all takes time. But what I did was I would hit up people, I communicate with people. But what I did was I would send them my music, I would post, and like even like I would still just post music on my page because I always knew it doesn't matter how many people hear it, it matters who hears it.
Right.
Because it's like you can get 100,000 views, but it all matters on who's that one viewer that can actually get you to where you need to go. Because you'd be surprised, there's artists that get discovered every day that don't have no plays, but it's because of that single person that heard it and like saw something in it, which is how some of these artists just come up from nowhere because they found them before anything could happen and they took them to where they needed to go.
Right. So, earlier you were speaking about how you try to help artists out. So you seem like a pretty connected person. So do you speak to a lot of artists now? Like, do you not
Oh,
necessarily like artist friends, but I would say like associates that you try to like talk to? Do you have a lot of them, or?
yeah, I got like associates. Yeah, friend wise, I probably got like three or four that I'm really cool with. But like, really, like majority of the underground, like I'm kind of like really in touch with, because I've
Mm.
been doing it for so long. So it's like either they were doing it with me, or like they came up later, and I was like fucking with them later. So
Oh,
like I've always I've been fortunate for that, since it's like I'm kind of like a quote unquote OG or whatever. Like I've been able to keep in touch with everybody and shit.
oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
Um. So hold on, let me think. My bad. Give me a sec. So do you want to do anything else like other than music?
yeah. What you say?
I said, do you want to do things other than music?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Actually, yeah. I mean, I always wanted to do more than music, like, but I feel like music right now is my only option to do to get my foot in the door for other things, cause I know, like, I'm in touch with like the industry shit, so I know how much money floats around for certain things that people do. So I know, like, especially I want to become like an engineer, because engineers get paid out through the roof. You don't even have to be the biggest engineer. As long like you can run a studio and get paid out the ass, because the engineers make the money. I mean, without
Hell
the
yeah.
engineer, ain't nothing getting, like, mix mastered, producing. I always wanted to become like a manager, because I mean, stuff like that. I always wanted to do that, but I know in order for me to do that, I got to build a successful music career first.
Right. Hmm. Well, if you had a fan watching this or a supporter watching this and they're discouraged or they're trying to get their foot in the door, what would be your advice to them for them to start off?
So you say that one time?
I said if you had a fan or a supporter watching this and they're discouraged or they're trying to get their foot in the door, what would be your advice to them to get them started?
I would tell them, one thing is, one thing is that don't really keep your eyes on social media too much. Like, of course, ain't nothing wrong with keeping your ear tuned in to know what the people want to hear and stuff. But when it comes down to watching other people, I would tell them don't do that, because doing that as an artist, it causes a lot of doubt. And that's what kills a lot of artists' motivation, because if you get online every day and you just see a number of artists constantly getting their come up, and you're still stuck in your position, it makes a lot of artists kind of, it makes them lack. So I tell them, like, don't keep your ear posted online, make music no matter what. And I would just tell them, like, you just have to keep on going, because you have to realize everything comes in waves. So I would tell them that, like I've never been really in doubt, because I know that my time is going to come. It just matters what wave I'm on. Like, you might have your wave of artists that come and go. You just got to make sure when your wave comes and you're a part of that, that you stick there and you stay. Like, that's the most important.
Right. So as far as consistency, have you always been this consistent?
Yeah, but it's been tough. Like, it's not the easiest thing to do, actually, because, like I said about the doubt, like, sometimes you might have your moments where you really can't record for nothing. It's like one day you could record 10 songs, you can say anything on a verse. Some days you cut on a beat, you can't mutter a word. So it's very hard, but you have to stay on yourself, because at the end of the day, like, it's not like this is a hobby anymore. Like, it's like a job. So I have no choice but to kind of, be as consistent as I can.
Right. So before, like now, like back in the day, were you that consistent also? And what was your motivation
Never.
back then?
You mean like before music, or like starting out?
Starting out.
Oh yeah, starting out, yeah, I was super consistent. That's really because, like, I feel like at the beginning, that's the best time, because there's nowhere you can go but up. Like, even if it's a couple hundred views, like, that is nothing you can do but go but up. So I feel like the beginning was the best time, because you really do it because you enjoy it, one, and two, like you so passionate because anytime you start out something, you're eager because you have these goals.
Right.
So it's like when you start out, it's like okay, you go by goal, and as you start checking them off, it just fuels you more and more and more. So I felt like the beginning I was going super crazy because I had goals like build the SoundCloud, build Twitter, like all of these apps I was trying to emphasize on.
Hmm. So, would you say you're less eager now?
I wouldn't say I'm less eager now, but of course, like the bigger you get, sometimes the more serious it gets, and
Right.
sometimes it's a buzzkill. Cause
Oh,
like now, cause like now you basically gotta, like I said, it's a business now.
right.
So it's not all fun and games no more. You gotta do business, right? You gotta do a lot of stuff.
Do you still enjoy it though?
Oh yeah, I still enjoy it.
That's good.